How was our bill? So we arrived in Harvey Bay. We had a look around, beautiful esplanade, really nice town, and we went down to the pier, which is really long. I think it's about 800 metres long. Boys had a fish, and they went down to the end and they saw some of the local fellas catching big GTs and a couple of tunas, so they got very excited about fishing off that jetty.
Mum just caught a puffer fish.
Oh, listen to those teeth.
And Harry caught a mackerel.
Well, I bet you soft plastics work. Better not be a tuna.
He's got a plastic on, so fish can't see him at the night. Don't put your phone in here.
Do you want me to? No. Do you want me to reel it? Alright.
Sure. Well done, mate. Where is it?
Over there, you can see it.
Hey, it looks all right too, mate. It's all right, buddy. Oh, well done.
Is that a whitey?
It's a mackerel, I think.
Jeez.
See? This Paris.
Oh! So he was just a little bit devastated.
No! No! We got into the ferry for Fraser Island. Once we stayed onto the ferry for a bit, we got off at the western side of Fraser Island. While we were driving to our campsite, we went for a pretty cool tropical drive through the sort of rainforest. We tried to go fishing, but we didn't catch anything. We also saw our first dingo, which was pretty cool, and we're going to see a lot more of them throughout the rest of the trip here. Then we went for a little refreshing dip in Lake Birrabeen. It's fed by rainwater.
So today we made tracks down to Eli Creek. Eli Creek is a beautiful, crystal clear freshwater creek that flows into the beach. It has walkways where you can go up and ride tubes down and float down.
It's a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly, isn't it?
Alright, don't trouble me now.
Oh, freezing.
It's off.
Danger,
Mark, running into the sea.
Did you hear what I just said?
You're on
Every day's a Saturday morning. All day. Every day.
We set up pretty early, and by the time we left about lunchtime, it was pretty full. After that, we went and saw the Mohino shipwreck that was been sitting on the beach for quite a while, rusting away. It was quite beautiful to see all the different details in the metal, and to see such an old ship caught on the beach. It was just pretty crazy how it's being swallowed up. On the way back to our camp, we passed a fella that was on the beach. He was looking for some worms, beach worms for fishing, and we saw another dingo that was sussing him out, and we finished the day with the boys having a go themselves trying to catch some beach worms. Not very successful, but fun trying.
We arrived on the west side of Fraser Island to Moon Point. We arrived there and we checked the crossing out, and it was actually salt water and it was flowing fast. And so Dad was like, "All right, we just need to wait for low tide and then we will do it." Say something next time. Right, I gotta ride it. Riding. It's bigger than the last one. Let's go. We waited. So what I did is I started floating down the fast stream. I got dug in the sand, neck deep, and that was sandy.
Your boat has?
Yeah, got buried. I'm standing up right now. So.
You're standing up.
And Dak saw a bunch of crabs, and that was cool. We saw a dingo crossing the lake and the creek, and then we set up, and then we unpacked. Then we packed up, and we saw the dingo again, and it had a loaf of bread at its mouth.
Naughty little dingo. Yes, you were. You've stolen someone's bread.
We went fishing in the saltwater creek at the back of our campsite. The rest of the day was pretty much self-explanatory.
You got one!
Yeah, let's go. Big time! Ah, no one.
This one.
Oops. It was about 30.
30! That's amazing! Mum, how do you feel?
Happy.
There's probably about 1,000 crabs over here. They're all in groups. Let me just show you real quick. Okay, probably like 100 right here. They're all going back into their holes. It's kind of creepy. Don't want to step on any of them. Over here. These are some seawater yabbies. You use them to catch whiting. Whiting absolutely love them because that's what they usually eat. If you put these on your hook, you might definitely catch some whiting.
What'd you do?
I caught it on my hand.
You caught a toadie with your hand.
Mhm.
Not too close.
What is that?
Too close.
Look at his mouth.
Yep. It probably would be loving to be back in water.
What's this? Put it there. Watch it. It's gonna disappear.
think it's terrified.
Never mind.
Go put it back in deeper water.
We watched a really nice sunset along the beach, so we really had to put the drone up and look at this amazing scenery that was happening in front of our very eyes. And I just think that that sunset was amazing. It was beautiful, perfect. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. 20, let's go.
20.
Can't keep him.
Can't keep
Can I
him.
kiss him? Can I kiss him? Go, bro.
It's a bit little. Needs to be about another 15 centimetres bigger.
How about you just measure it? Just... Mom, what did you use bait? Heavies.
It's on the wrong side.
Small.
17. Too little. It's got to be at least 23. Today we made our way back across to the east side of the island, cut across through the rainforest and made our way through Indian Heads up to Marloo campsite. Once we had set up, and Jack was really keen to make some spaghetti, so we made some spag bog out of the back of the car, which was delicious. And I got absolutely attacked by midges. A swarm must have gone through. I didn't realise until the next morning. But the spaghetti was beautiful and the campsite was beautiful, and we just basically chilled there that day.
Alright, well, a highlight for Fraser Island for me, definitely Nagala Rocks. So we came across this iconic four-wheel drive obstacle and cruised through the Coffee Rock without any problems. And then we hit the soft stuff. Someone had gotten bogged right on the sand just as they got out of the Coffee Rock, so we just pulled up there, and that was enough to make me jump out and drop a couple of pound out of the two front tyres, because I was thinking, well, it's pretty soft and I'm going to be sitting here for a few minutes anyway. But as the video shows, we are cruising through without any problems. Just kept the revs up, kept the momentum up, and yeah, it does keep going though. Like, it's crazy. It just keeps going and going, and it's up an incline for most of it, and it's really soft. And there's lots of different tracks that come off it, so you kind of just have to quickly pick your line and which way you're going to go. And then it just hooks around to the right and down really steep, and then you're through. And what's really cool about getting to the other end is that there's hardly anyone on that beach, and it's a beautiful drive right up the northeast coast of Fraser Island until you get to Sandy Cape. And that is the northeast point as it hooks around to the northern side of the island, which then goes across to the west. But what's really cool is the surf is breaking on the eastern side, and it's pretty windy, and there's lots of the waves are pretty big. And then as you cross the north side of the island, it just calms off straight away. You can almost see a definitive line in the water past the island, with that easterly surf breaking just on the sandbars that are still submerged obviously by the water, and it's just beautiful. So we wanted to camp here, but we were sent a email by Queensland National Park about a week or so before we arrived, telling us that we had to change our campsite because where we wanted to camp, which was Sandy Cape, was closed temporarily due to erosion, and I wanted to check that out. And yeah, there was lots of debris and a lot of the sand had fallen away from the edge of the campsites there where you camp. So that's all right. We had a good look around. We sat there and had a swim.
What's up, buddy?
We drove down to the lighthouse, which is as far as you can go in a vehicle. We got both. So we came through Nagala Rocks. You got to go back the same way you go through. So up through the sand, same way we went before.
Yeah, I've got the max track in there.
We went to Champagne Pools. It was cool because there was waves crashing into it, and it was cold. It was Dad's favourite spot because he's Dad, and he likes cold. He thought it was pretty cool. Then on the way to Lake Mackenzie, we saw a guy with, I think it was a shark on, but he took too long. We got bored, so we moved on. Anyways, we went to Lake Mackenzie. It was cool because it was fed by rainwater, sadly no fishies. There's like 2 meters of shallow, and then it drops off to 9 meters of deepness. Creepy. Anyways, we got to the resort. It was cool. We checked in. Then we got greeted with our 2-story cabin thing. It was cool because it had 2 stories.
Wait,
There was 2 bedrooms, a shower, a toilet, a TV, a kitchen.
What are we gonna do with
Spa.
all this?
And a
space?
spa. Yeah, and a spa. But just built different. Anyways, we went, there was a pool at literally every single restaurant there. So we were kind of like in luxury. Not kind of. We were in luxury. Anyways, we went to the sandbar. It had an arcade. And then once we finished there, had our amazing pizzas. We went into the spa.
I'm trying to get the bubble off me.
What happened?
I don't think it's working.
So we realised today that I think this is the first time the boys had all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet. Their selection was hilarious on their plate. They didn't know what to do. They had all bits and pieces. After that, we went to the pool at the back of the restaurant and the boys had a play and a swim. Harry found some ducks.
Yeah, those duckies. The two little twins. They're gonna about to go in the water. Look at that, they're in the water.
And then we made our way back down to the sandbar. We played in there for a bit, but then because it was our last night, we went out to the dune. We went out to the dune restaurant, and before we went in there, the boys had mocktails, we had cocktails, we celebrated and had beautiful Asian fusion dinner.
And we had to leave Fraser Island. Yeah, we had to go back to Harvey Bay. Really sad. I miss that place. Definitely gonna go back.